Good morning. Today is World Mental Health Day, the 10th of October. It's been going for many years now, and it's a day to raise awareness and a bid to reduce stigma and discrimination. This year's theme is mental health for all, but today I want to talk about stigma and discrimination. I'm one of Time to Change Wales's champions. I go into various organisations and share my story about my depression and what that impact was on my life, my quality of life and parenting and just being able to function normally. And I wanted to share with you today the Time to Change Wales's definition of stigma and discrimination. So I'll be reading them if you don't mind. So Time to Change Wales have defined stigma as a form of prejudice, so prejudgment, which can set a person apart from everyone else. Stigma is always negative. And one of the things I would say as someone who's lived with depression is that you are already stigmatising yourself before anybody else does it. When somebody else does it, you are just reinforcing what they already feel. You do feel weak, you do feel vulnerable, you do feel like you are worthless and powerless in that struggle. So when people make different comments or prejudgments about you and it comes out, that's when the discrimination steps in. And Time to Change Wales's definition of discrimination, it arises from stigma and results in people being treated unfairly. And I think in this time I've already put out about masks, in this really difficult time for everybody. I don't think there's anybody who is sailing through this situation without struggling with some kind of stress or uncertainty, possibly losing jobs. All the things that are happening at the moment is affecting people's mental health. We are not able to know what each person, each individual is living with currently. Even people who have never struggled with their mental health, never really considered having had a mental illness, are really struggling with the situation. But then you have the added fact of people making prejudgments on you because of the decisions that you're making and really not knowing what's going on for you. And I know that for myself, I was great initially when this started, but come the summer I had a real, I don't even know what it was. I say it's a blip, but it lasted a long time for a blip because I just didn't understand anything that was going on, and nobody gets to see what's going on in my head. And that's probably the worst thing about mental health challenges and mental illness, is that people do not see. You can present on the outside as being perfectly happy. You slap a smile on and people assume you're happy. You can present as being very high functioning. You're doing everything that needs doing. But the stuff that's going on inside your head, you just cannot share and people will never know. So when you are out and about, please do be mindful of how you're looking at people. As simple as a look that causes someone to feel like they're being judged is really harsh on somebody who already feels vulnerable, who already feels worthless. So it is, we are talking, the theme of this year is mental health for all. So let's be mindful of everybody's mental health. Let's take away the judgment. Let's take away how you may be feeling in terms of fear and put those judgments aside, because we can really judge harshly when we're fearful. And this situation is causing a lot of fear. So I suppose this week or today maybe, I'd love it to be forever, is about not being judgmental on people and not assuming what is going on for somebody just because they present well outside. I used to slap a smile on and people would say to me, "How are you today?" "Yeah, I'm fine." And I do that and people wouldn't ask any further, and yet in my head I felt like I was drowning. I felt like an absolute failure and nobody knew. So mental health for all is really important. We all have it. We all have mental health. It's the mental illness that is the other end of the scale. And if you are unwell, please do go and get support. If you are feeling like you are struggling with your mind, not able to function as you used to function, not feeling not able to feel happiness, please, if you can, reach out to somebody. You can reach out to me. It is really important, and as you know, I want to really compound the information that we all do have mental health, and it's our responsibility to look after our own. It's also our responsibility not to judge people for what we think we see, what we think we know about people. Have a great day. If you do have any questions, if you do want to just get in touch, please do. Bye.